Oh, sir.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Oh, I should maybe want to hear myself. That would be a helpful start. Definitely shouldn't have pressed record yet. Whoops. I'm just excited today. I'm in the mood. Yeah, I can hear. I have some sort of air ventilation system in this room right here, and I can hear it without these bad boys on. So, oh no, that got to go. Immediately. As I'm looking at it, say day 27, I remembered that yesterday was day 26, and there's a musical group called Day 26, and I meant to just say that yesterday because I thought it stuck in my brain. But I didn't, so on day 27, I'm here with that. All right, yeah, mouse. Oh, man, this is not the only mouse in this room. I'll tell you about it. Lord. Telephone to the left, bag, click, clack, boom. Here we go. MiSuNDERStoOd 2. Oof, that doesn't sound the great. What's that? What's up with that? MiSuNDERStoOd 2 by Terrence Taylor. Terrence, talk too much. International speaking and coaching. This is day 27. The timer doesn't matter today because, as you can see, I'm happy. I got 255. I've got on the clap. I got 313 on the timer, but I've got good reason for it. It's all good. Action. I can see myself in this. There's a reflection, obviously, just because of the material that this is. And I just realized I can make a silly face to make myself laugh and see it in the reflection before I start. I'm going to keep that. Oh yeah. Here we go. This is a good day. Last night was a good night, except for that I realized we have another guest who has joined the set. I don't know if or when they will arrive during the production. I don't think that will happen, but they come and they hang out down here in the wee hours of the dark night. There's a mouse somewhere. I was editing in that corner last night, and I watched it scurry from behind the candle, past Kobe, under the TV, and down the hall. 6'5", 240, terrified of anything in this general size area. I hate all that shit. It fucking creeps me out. They're weird. They're gross. They're not weird, but I don't want to, like, bruh, mouse, you could hang here all you want. You could shit underneath whatever. I don't care. All I ask is that when I'm down here, you go anywhere else but here. Stay in a fucking corner. Go outside. Find a snack. You found the bag of rice under the stairs. Go anywhere, but get the fuck away from me. That's it. That's all. That's the agreement in this rental leasing fucking, just get out or follow the rules. That's what the landlord would tell you. That's what I'm telling the mouse. But thank you for coming, scaring me at the wee hours. It was like 9:30. Any hour that I see a mouse is a fucking terrifying one. So hi Hi, I'm Terrence Taylor. It's MiSuNDERStoOd too. Oh, yes, it's Sunday. It's day 27. It's good day. It's good day. Come on, bruh. I actually remember I was thinking about yesterday, and that yesterday was Saturday, and I had like a nice buzzy, chill vibe. And I don't know if that's the best in translating in produce, like cool, I can show up, chill, and that's like me in a different time and space. But the other part is like, this is a show, so even if I feel chill and good and relaxed, I gotta just turn it up a little bit. So turned up today. What do we have today? What do we have today? Oh, I like these. Yeah, we have two topics. Uno dos, same day releases, and the best dad week ever. Oh, fuzzy warm heart. Don't tell him yet, because today on housekeeping, as you can see, well, this side of the card looks the same. This side of the card is funky and updated. I can actually write the words on the page, lines, and fit appropriately. And the other thing, I don't know the other cards, because the lines, what I did was I found a PNG. I just went and Googled like line paper PNG and found one, copied it, and then just saved it and uploaded it. When I did it before, I didn't have the full box of lines covering the page, so it was like this has like a nice like softish material, and that didn't exist throughout the whole. So as I'm feeling this, I just like how it feels. It's almost like I don't know the word. It's like a velvety kind of. It's soft. It's just soft. So yay, new cards, and I'm clearly very, 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 very happy about that. And there's 500 of them. So I'll be writing for a very long time. You giddy, bouncing off of the walls. I feel so good. I'm so happy today. And I was obviously so happy yesterday too when we did our unboxing. So happy that I forgot there was I forgot that there was another item in the order, but I also didn't even take everything out of the box. So beneath the paper and the extra plastic bubbling was this here. This can you see it? It's so small, and hence why I didn't even notice it yesterday. Get out of here. If I throw things, I have to throw them underneath the table, because I threw the bubbles yesterday and they sat on the side, which is fine. Not really, but I have a pen and it says change on it. It's great. And it was $3. I only bought it because I've been using a lime green pen in this notebook. It's just not ideal. And I needed to spend like another $1 and change in order to get free shipping or some promo. So I got a pen. Do I like how it writes? I'm a pen snob. So I really only have a few pens that I do like. How does this pen make you feel? Not bad. It's not bad. It's a pen. and it's branded. So sure, for this purpose, great. I wouldn't use this pen every day of my life for other assorted tasks. But we have a branded pen. Yeah. My girl's back. Oh, my love, camera 4, she's back. And she's very, very, very much not who she was before. Yeah. I propped this thing up. I have a tripod there's this table. There's a bookshelf here that's a bit higher. So there's the tripod, got 2 legs on the table, 1 leg on the bookshelf, a little bit shorter. Up to the top, Head Plus is now at the top. It's maybe 3 inches from the ceiling, the top of the camera, which is cool. I'm getting the height that I want, that I can still see the floor. How this autofocus works with the floor isn't ideal. I'm probably going to have to do a bit more adjusting. Even now, you're not in focus and you're focusing on the carpet and the background. See, so, but that part of it, I'm actually, this is an easy fix. What I'm much more excited about is there's a feature. Here's when life says you're not going to do this thing, figure it out. I love that. Especially when you spend as much as I spent on this fucking equipment. I should be able to do some other things, Lordy, with what I have, even without having all that I need. And so what I was able to do, I forgot about this feature that exists where you can set multiple points and you go in and move the pan and the tilt, however you need to put it, get your setups, get your spots, and then, oh no, so I have this, it's on a sequencer. And I basically pick my 5 spots, I set them all, and then I set the time for however long I want each of them to run, and then it'll just loop. So I've set 4 points, 4 corners, bottom with like bottom right. No, here's how I did it. Bottom left, top right, bottom right, top left. And so it goes in like a figure 8. So that's what this camera will do. And I'll see, I've zoomed it out a bit more, so I got a bit more face. And yeah, I'm happy. I'll see how the motion of it looks and feels. But it's a bit more than, like I could just do more with the thing. And so even though it's not sliding and panning and tilting, I could do a bit more with the pan and tilt to give it a bit more life. So we gonna run this. I'm already a fan of it, even if I don't use like so many parts of it. And again, tomorrow when I do it, it'll be better. The next day when I do it, it'll be better, and it'll just keep getting better and better and better. So I'm a fucking huge fan. Camera 4 coming through again. That's what happens when you come and you sit on the table and you grace yourself with this beautiful energy of being with us. You come back better than ever. Love you. Camera 4. Nope. That is the conclusion of housekeeping for today. That was a fuzzy of some sort. I'll talk about same day releasing first because that mouse is all to do with it. I was editing yesterday, and whatever day it was, I said something about the day and had a bit of a thought about, okay, how do I feel about referencing the day? Joe Budden podcast comes out free Wednesday, Saturday, on Patreon Monday, Friday, and they record on Tuesday for Wednesday and Friday. So come in, 2 sessions, bang, boom, off you go. That's their loop. So when they record on Friday for Patreon, it's a Monday. And Joe often makes reference to the day of the week because as a listener, whenever we experience the thing impacts us in differently, right? So if he'll often say, well, the first thing I noticed that they would do was, because they record the day before, if there was an event or something, they'd have to like speak as if it was the next day. So if they record on Tuesday to put out Wednesday and there's something that happens on Thursday, they can't say 2 days from now, because when we listen to it as a listener, 2 days from now on a Wednesday is a Friday, not Thursday. So in trying to put the listener in the appropriate time and space, and how to first of all think about that and go about how we're speaking, but also the more interesting point for me was, all right, so cool, if we record on a Friday, they record on a Friday, put it out on a Monday, okay, how are people starting their week? What is the average Monday like for a person and for the Joe Budden podcast listener? All right, cool. Well, if they're going to have super serious, high stress mental health, or like death, or like supremely serious conversations, is that the thing that somebody, if they're having it on a Friday, is that something that somebody like me wants to wake up to and listen to at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Whoops.
And or at noon when they're eating lunch. Like, if this is an entertainment podcast, then all right, how much entertainment are we providing? And then when we're not being super entertaining and we're being more educational or informative or serious, considering where the listener is in and amongst their day and how you go about speaking to them, speaking to each other with regard to the time and space. So all of that to say, I've been thinking about, as I'm going through each of these days, saying, it's a Sunday, I feel how I feel today, and I'm, going through the week, and I'm arriving here. My energy is where it is, in part to the time of day. So if I'm gonna release these in that daily, and if I'm gonna make the day a part of the episode, which I'm doing by referencing the day of the week versus day 27, then I have to be considerate of how that impacts y'all. So I'm watching me say it's Saturday, but whatever day of the week it is for you. It's like, well, how do I troubleshoot that? All right, well, I should be releasing the episodes on the same day of the week, whether it's 3 months in advance or not. So if I record on Monday, then whatever day of that comes out, that episode should be a Monday, and then it should start and remain on that cycle. So I know I said a whole lot just to arrive at, I've changed my mind. This camera doesn't look like it's going where it's supposed to go. I've arrived at a place of, I'm going to make sure that these days of the week are aligned with the release, just so I don't make shit weird. Yeah. I've already acknowledged that I'm here to share my thought process with you, and I don't need to keep prefacing that all of what I just told you all was just to lead to me coming to one small conclusion. Because one, it's not a small conclusion, but two, that's the whole purpose of this. So I'm getting used to it. Getting used to it. This is good. This is cool. This is great. Not better than the week I had, though. This has been a great... Okay, so if I say this is the best dad week ever, what what makes that up? How do you land there? What happened to land on that conclusion? Cool. So, man, the biggest one, and as a new parent, it's all new. So I'm trying to figure all of this out as someone who's male, paternal, and biological, and stepdads being no longer around. It's not like I have them to ask parenting questions to. Not having the greatest relationship with your mother doesn't allow for you to necessarily have those conversations either. So, and I'm not talking about like serious, heavy, deep conversations. Like, I save those for my therapist, but just like a quick check-in of like, yo, what do you think about this? Or like, just anything small. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks. What did you do when this happened? Like, so I don't have a sounding board, and I don't have like a solid, strong, personal inquirer that did to me what I'm trying to do and pass on. Sure, there's friends and there's other humans that we can have that conversation with, but same as my therapist told me a few weeks ago, like every kid wants their parents to be together. Like, it doesn't matter how shit went down. No kid is ever gonna, like, not ever, but as a child, unless it's wild, and even if it is wild and chaotic, like at the very pit of the child's soul, I would love it if my parents were together. It's just a fact. So it's challenging when you don't necessarily know how to, or have the people to navigate some of these tough conversations with, to figure out, because all it's really about is like, yo, am I doing this right? Like, or like, how do I improve, or what do I need to think about? That's all we want. Like, bro, the last thing I want to do, and I've already done it, is like do shit to fuck my kid up forever. Like, it'd be just things we don't even realize, but I can see some things where I'm like, oh man, he's gonna have to deal with X, Y, and Z because of decisions that I made. So how do you not do more of that? Obviously. And for me, I try my best to be as intentional with my time and be as present as possible with him as much as I can throughout each and every day. I'm a human, I'm a single dad, and when he wakes up at 7:00 in the morning, we on until he goes to bed. So in and amongst that 12, 13 hours, like, where am I doing for me? How am I caring for myself? How am I having time to myself? How am I modeling to him that it's important for him to have time to himself? What does that time to himself look like? How do you balance everything? Using an iPad, drawing digitally, drawing with crayons, going outside, playing a game. Like, there's just so much shit that you're like, yo, that you would just want to ask. And it's not that I can ask his mother, I can ask other people with kids, like, but my soul is going, yo, I don't want to ask those people. I want to ask my fucking parents how to parent better. That's just where it is. So to not have that's fucking annoying and it's frustrating and sad and it hurts. But when that doesn't exist, it's like, all right, well, the alternative is what? Like, just try to improve each day. I'm so glad I go to therapy as much as I do, because otherwise I wouldn't care to be as self-aware. I wouldn't understand the incentive to being more mindful, self-correcting. Like, yeah, man, like it's really like in all of this, it's like, yo, that's all I have is be present, and when the time is necessary, like, I don't want to say like check out of the moment to survey and assess and make sure you're doing what you need to do, and then like check back into the moment. But it almost does feel like that. Like if he and I are doing something and then we stop doing it, I might have a moment of like, all right, was I my best me in that moment? Could I have done, like, was I resistant to what he wanted to do? Was I trying to be controlling? Like, well, I was just like, was I open? Was I patient? Like, was I supportive? Like, and just trying to, all these fucking encounters throughout the day. So when it comes to that, it's like, all right, I do need to have time alone and away from him so that I can make sure that the time that I am with him is I'm doing correctly. I'm doing correctly. It's not, I'm showing up the way I need to show up. And the truth is, this was probably the best stretch. This was 6 days. This was probably the best stretch of me being with him, being present, being open, being patient, being understanding, not telling him what to do. And when I say not telling him what to do, it's like, hey, do this versus, what are you supposed to do with that? Like, I really try to not tell him what to do, and I try to speak to him in ways so that if whatever I want him to do, I frame it so that it's his choice and it's his decision, and he has to make the decision, and he's making that, taking that step, versus me telling him to do the thing and then he's doing it because his dad told him to do it. Like, and thinking about that constantly. I'm a black man. I've got a black son, and I have to prepare him for life. And it's just little shit where you could. One time he was sweeping up some stuff. Asked him to sweep up some stuff, and he swept it up like a 4-year-old, and then he sauntered off, and I grabbed the broom and started doing it. His mother was like, "Hey, bro, don't do that." Like, huh? Just cleaning it up. She's like, yeah, but you just asked him to do it. And then he did it. And then if he sees that he did it and then you just going to do it anyway, what are you telling him about what he just did? Is it important? Is it valuable? And if he knows you're just going to come and clean up after him anyway, well, he just going to half-ass do some shit and just walk off knowing it's going to, like, and I wasn't even in my own house. I was just like, oh, I'm just going to clean this up, because it's like, hey, bro, that what you just did, like, you got to see how it looks to him. And if that happens, to me, it was just like a passing thing to do. But it'd be shit like that where it's like, oh, you don't care about what you tell me to do something and then you just do it anyway. All right. Like, and I know he's 4, but I think about shit like that and it being something like that. So I do, and I did my very best this week to be active with him. If he wanted to do something, I was just like, all right, cool. If there was no reason not to do it, it was like, all right, bet, let's do it. If he woke up and it was like 7:30 in the morning, he's like, hey Dad, I want to build the forts. I was like, all right, cool. It took us like 2 hours to do it, and we're doing it like eight something in the morning. Like any other day I might have been like, all right, dude, like, let's do that this afternoon, or like let's do that in an hour. Like I was like, all right, cool, get it. And that I can attribute to, this is where this whole topic came from. I found myself being less resistant to anything that I let him lead. Just let him lead. And I fell back and just let this little boy be who he wanted to be. And I ain't step on it. And I could see him just like, I could see it as the week went on. Like I just got out of his way. I just let him, and I just was fully supportive. And okay, so this is actually where this came from. I've been trying to get this out the whole time. Don't forget it again. Come on now. As a parent, sometimes you just want your fucking kid to go away. Just leave me alone. Go away. Just need time for me. And I think having this period of time has been like, in terms of work and like tasks and things I needed to do and busyness, this is probably the least busy I've been. But the stakes are the highest, and I'm actually more productive. Versus I had mad shit to do, mad clients, mad things. Everything was just happening and closing this, doing that. And I always felt like there was more to do and that I needed to just do it. And it's very interesting that there's so much more now to do. Starting from scratch, building this thing, like day 27, like to know I need to record for another week, and then I need to probably spend the next month and some change like figuring out what this is and putting it together. Like, cool, this is August, but when is this like no income coming, like, and I'm like so much more at peace. And the way I can tell I'm showing up with more peace is because of how I'm interacting with my beautiful small human. Like I could see not open, like I don't open my email at 2 p.m. at all anymore. Like I definitely didn't this last week, unless I knew I was waiting for something, or like, and that was Friday. I didn't touch my email. Bruh, be a freelance creative person with clients and shit on the go, and you're in your email inbox. Good luck counting it on two hands throughout the day. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. You're just never in, there's just flow. The flow be all fucked up. And the flow feels crazy, beautiful, and like effortless right now. Even though I'm not generating dollars, I'm less concerned about money. Versus a time where all it was doing was coming in, and I just was concerned. I just cared about it more. I care about it more now, but because I know how I'm going to generate it, I'm less frantically concerned with when did I get paid from who, when is the invoice for that? Oh, that's going to take how, like, just like my brain was being used so much more for so many more useless tasks, lower impact, not useless, but what I would spend 2 hours doing before and what I would get out of that versus what I spend 2 hours doing now and what I get out of that in inner feeling, not like tangible output, monetary, like none of that. Well, tangible output of I made art and it's mine versus I made this art and y'all do whatever you want with it. Like, man, I'm so much less concerned and worried about my professional path and what it's going to take to maintain and sustain that and to move through it. I don't care. I guess that's the joy of having a plan and dedicating yourself to the plan. The more I keep saying, yo, 2024 and 25, I'm putting my fucking head down for 2 years and I'm going to get it. I will not be stopped and nothing will come in front of me. I will destroy all hurdles. I'll overcome all obstacles. I'll fucking spin, move, Euro step around all this bullshit. Like, I don't care. I'm going where I'm going. Get with it or fucking get lost. And to know that, it's like, all right, well, obviously, Lord willing, like every day is a fucking blessing. But to know, all right, well, if that's the plan, that's what we doing. Like, what do you, money stress for what? That shit sounds stupid, bro. The man who helped sell a dash from Ford, who helped me get this Bronco. He told me about his child, and I seen the man tear up, telling me about the life-changing incident that forced him to go, why am I overworking? I need to be with my kid and spend more time with them. Shit, all right, well, all right, bro, I heard you. If that's what all that was for me to show up, bring this little boy, go pick up this truck, and this man tell me a story about, yo, bro, care about him, show up for him, be there for him. I don't know this man. But just that was the energy that I got. I was like, all right, cool. That's what this was all for. Thanks, my guy. And yeah, man, I see how me getting my life in order, my professional plan in order, my financial plan in order, caring about what money looks like, what long-term financial wealth, like just caring about that. Not even necessarily in action mode going about certain things, but the fact that they exist. I know investing is important. Damn it, all I've done is invest in myself and what we're doing here. But there's mad other ways of, all right, cool. I know I'm not presently in this moment, I'm not there, but just it being here in my fucking thinking, like it's creating this path of like, yo, care about what actually matters, care about the long term, care about this little boy, care about his long term. Like, what does that look like? Are you really about to be, yo, if you're going to work from home and be the dad who's around, like, are you about to really look and be that frantic entrepreneur who's just working all the time and act like, what are you about to show him about what this world looks like? And if you're going to show him it's wild and nuts and all over the fucking place, why do you think he would go and follow in that path? That sounds dumb. Ooh, my dad is this thing. He built all this stuff, but he was never fucking around and he was stressed when he was. Ooh, nepotism. Man, get that shit. I don't want nothing to do with that, is what I would say if I was him. And this was like, no. So finding my peace, building my plan, my long-term future, even thinking about it. Y'all, I was having this thought with, I think I was having a conversation. I don't know. I could have been talking to myself. I could have never imagined myself as a 35-year-old black man dad. Ever. I didn't really, if I think about like when I started thinking about my future, like I don't think I thought about life past 25 until I was my third or fourth year in university. My second year when they recruited that big ass Brazilian dude and then that was it. And then I was like, oh, what do I actually want to do with my life? We all are like, oh, I would love to have kids, but like, I never really saw myself. I never imagined myself taking my kid on a vacation, the two of us, to Jamaica for his birthday. I never fucking imagined that. I never imagined, like, bruh. So really to be living it and to see it and to feel it, this is all like, jeez, excuse me. It's all a bit surreal, man. It's really, really beautiful. And it's cool to see like that I'm getting my shit in order and I'm seeing it manifest in me being present, me caring, me showing up for, me being less resistant to, me allowing this child to lead. I'm not from the era of like, yo, what your kid says fucking matters. No, I'm the parent. Here's what I said. Do as I fucking told you and get on. So to like really be asking a 4-year-old as a 35-year-old black dad, like, also, by the way, I don't know if I'm 35 or 36. I got to sit down and do the math, but I'm getting to that age where I'm like, how fucking old am I again? I think I'm 35. I don't know. Yeah, I'm see, I never even imagined me at this age to the point where I care enough about it to remember how fucking old I am. I really, December 21st, 1987. You do the fucking math and you let me know. Yeah. This has been a great week. This has been a beautiful week. Just be around them, to care, to love them, to know that all this work is paying off, to know that I'm coming down here every week and doing all this every day and doing all this work. And I'm seeing the payoff. I'm seeing that hour of going to the gym and how that 1 hour of activity ripples positivity through all the other shit that you're doing. I'm seeing me show up and be consistent down here doing this and then having to go outside of this room and be consistent. You're telling me this is the one place where I'm going to keep my fucking word and do what I'm supposed to do? This is no, that has to exist elsewhere. And it is. It feels fucking good, man. It feels fucking good. Yeah. I think I'm going to end that there. Oh, man. To all my parents out there, much love to you. It's hard, I know. They say it doesn't get any easier. So, yeah, salute to everybody. Salute to all the black dads. Salute to all the parents that are showing up for their kids. Much love to the parents who are actually actively caring about who they are when they're around their kids and not just being there physically so that their kids don't not see them. Nah, don't show up on some bullshit all just to say, oh, I continue to show up. Nah. If you're going to show up and bring bullshit, get the fuck out of here. So, salute to y'all who care. Keep caring, yo. It's beautiful. We raising these beautiful babies out here. Much love. That's my son. That's my same day release, and that's my dad chat for today. That's my dad chat. That's my daddy chat. I'm done. This was great. I hope my dad thoughts made you feel good. Or yeah, that's it. Nope. I'm done. Terrence Show is MiSuNDERStoOd too. I'm done. Don't trail off and try to keep saying, no, you're done, and close it. Close the show. Now.
My daddy makes out. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.